This is why it's so important to have a niche in the States. And I won't labor the point because we've already talked about it a little bit, but you can kind of see the numbers speaking for themselves. So
Yeah.
I suppose it's the worst kept secret in recruitment is the US market. You get big fees. I'm not going to hammer it home, but you can see at the bottom, and you can kind of see the difference there in kind of opportunity versus saturation. That's what drives the fees. Another thing that drives the fees is in the US, everybody has an at-will notice period. So anybody can walk and leave and go and start a new job either immediately or within 2 weeks typically. And so again, you've got a really transient market from a talent perspective. So all of that is elevating the value
Is that
of
the driver
recruitment.
of? Do you feel like that's the driver of the high margins and on the agencies there on that side? Is that the main driver? Is that why the agency fees are so high there?
It's a combination of saturation. So obviously, just you can see there, businesses just don't have access to the same level of talent in the US. Well, not the level, but the same. I suppose there just isn't as many recruiters available within the US when you look at the market share versus the amount of agencies that are there, and that's a big one. And obviously that's increasing, but it's nowhere near the saturation levels that we have in the UK. And then the other one, like you said, is because a VP could walk into the CEO's office and say, I'm off, I've got a new job, I'll see you later. The first person they're going to call is their recruiter that they've got a relationship with because they need that vacancy filling, because they could walk straight away or they could walk, within 2 weeks typically is kind of a normal notice period. And so all of that, again, is like you don't have access to as many recruiters. Again, the recruiters that you have access to maybe aren't a specialist in specific niches. And so that's really, again, what we're moving into the 30%. So I see probably a good starting point of an average margin is around 30%, especially for contract, which is obviously quite a contrast to what you see in the UK.